Welcome to another episode of Star Mountain Outdoors and Bushcraft. I'm John, I'll be your host. And today's episode, we're taking a family car camping trip along Santa Barbara Creek near the Pecos Wilderness. Come join us. My wife found these aspen leaves. They're dead, but look at the patterns on these. I don't know if it's an insect that made them or what the actual cause of this coloration, but they're really cool. Well, these may be dead, but even in death, nature is beautiful. And here's a fresher one. Check this out. Look at the lines on that. Completely natural. And on this one, my guess is it's an insect that probably makes it, because you can see kind of a film on it there. Here is our lovely little campsite we found for this trip. We are doing a dispersed camping, which is we're not in an actual campground, so there's no picnic table or anything. But we brought enough stuff to make it comfortable, like chairs, and we can use some of our boxes as a small table and that sort of thing to cook on. We've got our large tent set up. Over in back, you can see is the tarp. That's where Nathan is going to sleep tonight. And there's Nathan waving to us. We've got a nice stream. That's the Rio Santa Barbara. Going, oh! Did you see that dandelion seed running in front of us? I don't think it was a dandelion seed. I don't know what it was. But we've got a nice fire ring. We haven't collected a lot of wood yet. I'm going to have to work on that. But you can see it's a nice flowery meadow. There's some daisies, and if you look up here, the narrow leaf cottonwoods are starting to change color for the fall. So it's a beautiful time to camp up here. And we looked at the campground near us, but none of the sites were up to our standards. No good. There was no tent spots for a tent that's our size, that's 8 by 10 at the base. So it just didn't work for us. So we came down here and found a fire ring next to the creek. It's beautiful. It's better than the campground. Look at all the daisies that are out right now. It's so pretty. New Mexico is one of the only places I've camped where they still have plenty of flowers out in the fall. One thing I really like about it here, and look at these daisies, are just beautiful. It's really vivid in color. Bright white. Just the middle is such a beautiful yellow. Just look how beautiful this stream is in this dappled light. Unbelievable.
Those of you who live in areas that receive more precipitation may take for granted a beautiful stream such as this. However, here in New Mexico, water like this, at least for me, is worth its weight in gold.
I forgot to mention that we are cooking some brats over the fire as well. I have turned them over once. They're cooking nice and slow over the coals, getting smoked. They are going to be perfect. Good evening, folks. I'll be making my favorite Dutch oven recipe, which is roast chicken. Come join me. Alright, the first thing I needed to do to get the fire ready was first I had to, burn a lot of wood and create a bunch of coals. And then I had to move them all to one side and then leave one area. As you can see, this area right here is open for the Dutch oven. And when I get ready to cook the chicken, I will move coals from this area over to here. About 3 or 4 on the bottom, and then like 5 or 6 up on top of the Dutch oven. Okay folks, the first thing I'm going to do is chop an onion into rings. About yay big. And we will set the chicken that we're going to roast on these rings, like a bed. And what happens is, when the chicken cooks and the grease drips off the chicken and onto the bottom of the pot, it'll drip on and cook the rings, and it's really good. And now we'll need to prep the Dutch oven. So we'll need a little olive oil. Let's put the onions in there, like so. Oh, this is, like I say, this is my favorite Dutch oven recipe. Awesome. Now, the chicken. Woohoo! Oh, this is a juicy one. It's a juicy one, folks. Really juicy. Now I'm going to lay it upright. And you want to take the giblets out. Of course, a true survivalist will be saying, "That's good food, you want to eat that." But I don't think that. Alrighty folks, the next step that we have the chicken in there is to put a little olive oil on it. That way spices and everything will stick better. So we just put like a few drops on top. You want to spread it all over. And you want to get it even under the skin. So right here on the chest you can kind of reach in there. And that way you can rub the spices in. So now it is time for the spices. I've got some wet wipes here because of course chicken has a lot of germs, as you may know. So you want to wash your hands before you touch your condiments here. So first of all, I'm just going to give it some salt. Some assorted spices. I've got basil, oregano, garlic powder, and cumin here that I'm going to add. Let's do the basil first. Just going to put it over there. Next we've got oregano. Next we've got garlic powder. And now we've got some cumin. And again, we want to give it a good rub. So we want to get it underneath the skin. There we go, just rub it in all over. Nice. Okay. I probably rubbed more off on my hands than I got in the chicken, but anyway. Let me put some sprigs of rosemary inside. And you may even want to take some of these off and put them inside there underneath the skin. There we go. Awesome. Heck, why not one more? Awesome. Okay, now that the chicken's in the pot, it's time to put a few coals underneath where the chicken's going to go, which is right here. So I want, 3 or 4 good coals there. That should do it. Get a couple smaller ones here too. Nice. Okay, now let's put the chicken on. Alright, now we're putting the Dutch oven on these coals. And the Dutch oven is made with little legs, so it'll fit right over the top of the coals. And now I've got to get 5 or 6 good coals to put on top. So I'm going to dig around in here. Oh, there's a good one. Usually use tongs for this, but I forgot them today. So I'm just going to use the spatula and a stick, which is working just fine. And let's grab some of these coals and just put them on top. Oh, look at these. That's perfect. Oops. Perfect. I like to use nice big ones if it's just straight soft wood like this. Not like the hickory coals and stuff you get in the charcoal from the store. There we go. You want to make sure you get plenty of heat there. Look at these. Perfect. And you want to kind of cover the top with the coals. There we go. That creates a better oven for the chicken. And now we'll wait maybe a half hour or so and check the chicken. Everything's just about on now. We've got veggies in the pot. Right here, some broccoli. We've got some peppers on a skewer. We've got potatoes on a skewer. That's not typically the way I cook them. I usually wrap them in tin foil and put them in the coals. But it seems that we didn't have any tin foil in our camp gear this time. I think we took it out in order to use it in the kitchen at home. So we don't have any today. So this is the way I'm going to try cooking them. So those are going to take an hour. The chicken's going to take at least an hour. And then so about 15 minutes before that I'll put these on. You can see I have a detachable thing for my pot. And that's it for now. It's time to sit back and drink a little wine and relax. Alright, so it's been cooking about a half hour. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, nice. Looking good. We need some more coals on top though, it looks like. Not quite hot enough on top. So we'll fix that now. Good hot ones. This will probably work. Well, it's not completely burnt, but we need some heat on top. That's about all we've got right now. So hopefully this will be enough. We'll check it again in another half hour. Alright folks, I just wanted to give you a quick update. So right there is the Dutch oven, and that's the best coals we've had all night. The coals haven't been lasting long, they've been burning out quick, and it hasn't been getting up to temperature really. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, it just takes a while. As long as we're patient, we're gonna have really good food. It's been about 2.5 hours, so it's like slow roasting, and it's gonna be just delicious falling off the bone when it's ready. That's the update, and we'll get back to you when it's done. Alright folks, so this took a little longer than planned, I have to admit. But 2.5 hours later, we've got broccoli, and we've got peppers, we've got potatoes, and let me get the coals off the top here. We've got the main course, roasted chicken. Oh, that looks good. Wow. And, oh, it smells incredible. And believe it or not, the longer it roasts, the better it tastes. It's going to be awesome. So, the next shot I'll show you is us enjoying the meal. Okay, folks, it is taste test time once again. Let's see how this meal came out. I don't know if you can see this. It's roast chicken, potatoes, broccoli, and peppers. Looks good. We've got a little La Crema Chardonnay. Oh, delicious. Let's try the broccoli first. It's not kind of hard. Not as soft as I expected. Let me see how it tastes. It's pretty good. Not the best broccoli I've ever had, but for a camping situation, it's not bad. Next, let's delve into the potatoes. A bit hard. Not bringing tinfoil was a big mistake. Okay, let's go to the peppers. Oh my god, that is so good. Delicious. And that was just the stem that I threw out. That was my first bite of chicken. That was chicken breast. Pretty good. Very good. That meal took incredible patience. It took nearly 3 hours to cook, but man, is it good. Here along Santa Barbara Creek in the Carson National Forest. I bid you bon appetit. Good morning, YouTubers. It is day 2 of our overnight adventure here along Santa Barbara, or the Rio Santa Barbara. And we have some guests for breakfast this morning. A small herd of cows. There's where we're parked, and there's the cows. Our tent's right here. And they're just happily coming right alongside camp. Enjoying the delicious grass. They're being good neighbors and keeping their distance from us. The cows are going by the hammock there and making their way past camp. Good neighbors. This morning's breakfast: bacon and fried potatoes, and we'll make some eggs too.
After breakfast, we packed up camp. I got a glimpse of the morning sun reflecting off the stream. I visited a colorful red beetle, and we took a drive to the Taos Gorge. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to comment below, and please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.